Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Now, if this is your very first time here, my name's Fiddle and Johnny and this is my fiddle channel and magic product review. And before I do any magic product review, I always just do a quick fiddle tune. So let's get that fiddle tune out of the way and see what we're reviewing today. All right, there we are, fiddle tune out of the way. Let's talk about what are we reviewing today. So JAK Magic has put out a bundle of stuff from Chris James and from James Keatley, taught by Pig Cake predominantly. And that is Surge, that is Transfer, and that is Merger. This is a combination pack of credit card routines. I was stuck for words for a second there, but credit card routines that make great everyday carry. So stick around, let's review this, and let's see if this is right for you. Okay, let's talk about Transfer. Let's talk about Surge. Transfer is by James Keatley. Surge is by Chris James. And together, in addition to this, is Merger by the both of them. These are three different releases, essentially bundled all together as one single release. So it's a 3-in-1 type of release, which makes me think, like, how do I review three different products in a single one? So I'm going to try to do this for you. No promises that I'm going to be great at it, but I'm going to attempt to do it. Let's talk a great big picture and then boil it down a little bit. What are these? They are credit card magic. Credit card magic done with real credit cards, meaning obviously you can't really use these credit cards, but they look and feel the exact same as real credit card because they're real credit cards that just don't work. Simple as that, except for you to be able to do magic. And let me qualify that with one little piece. You can do all of this with the appearance at the end if you need to actually use your credit card, but you're performing it for a cashier, you'll be able to give the appearance as if that credit card just works. Simple as that. So, everyday carry with credit cards, with a bunch of different effects that you can do. And then at the end they throw in this Merger bonus pack, which gives you some of these cute little credit cards and stickers, which I'll talk about in a moment. So that's the big picture. Let's start with some simple fundamentals that you can do with each. So Transfer, in essence, while there are multiple effects that are taught, the main effect that is taught is that you start off with two credit cards, and for whatever reason this credit card isn't working, or you can talk about identity theft and how they do identity theft, and what you're able to do, I won't show it here, but you're able to have the chip disappear from one credit card and jumps over to the other credit card. So from the black credit card to the green credit card. Transfer. Transfer is a chip from one credit card to another credit card. Let's say you go, dang it, I wish I could do it so I could make it transfer to my actual real credit card. You can do that because they provide you with additional stickers in the Merger pack that allows you to put additional chips on your actual real credit card. Real awesome as part of the bonus stuff that you get. All right, that's Transfer. Let's talk about Surge. And I'm going to keep these very simple to just the essence of what it is. Surge is being able to take a credit card, regular old credit card, and be able to make the chip on it giant. So you can go from a small regular credit card and you're going to be able to make it a giant chip on that credit card. And now you can frame that however you want in terms of like, maybe I don't have enough credits on this one and I just wish it was had bigger credits on it, and you're able then to make the chip larger and then suddenly it works at the register. Or you could just show folks that you could take your camera and you take a picture of it, you zoom in on the picture of the photo that you took, and it has an effect in the real world, and now suddenly the credit card chip is giant. You also have the variation of going, variation on that same theme, going back to the to transfer, which I didn't mention. Transfer has a phone effect as well, and on transfer, what you do is you could talk again about like identity theft or something of that nature, and you take a picture of the actual chip. You use the erase function on your cell phone's app to edit your pictures. You edit out the chip, and then suddenly it's gone. There is no chip on there anymore, and it has affected in the real world, making it vanish. Simple as that. And then in the additional merger pack, of course, you're going to get these mini little credit cards to do variations as much as you want with the other routines, and you're going to get these stickers you can add to your real credit card or an actual stretch gimmick, and you get the gold and silver. I personally really like this, and I'm playing around with it on my own personal credit card and using the melt and stretch effect with my real credit card. So for folks who worry a little bit about like, well, dang it, I wish they were on my real credit card, they have those advantages through the additional merger pack that you get. All right, so that's very, very big picture. With that said, on both of these, you also get 4 or 5, 6 other variations or routines on these as well. So there's not just sort of like one routine, but I'm sort of starting with the very basic and expanding from different ways in which you can do those effects with the credit cards that you receive. All the tutorial is done not by James Keatley or Chris James, the creators of each of these effects, but rather by Pigcake. And if you've ever watched a review that I've done in the past where Pigcake has done the tutorial, he's a really good instructor. I have nothing poor to say about Pigcake and his tutorials. I find him very funny when doing them. They're all still age appropriate when it comes to, for the most part, on these as well. Of course, if you're a teenager, you're probably not carrying around credit cards, so I think it works for those who would normally be carrying a credit card, which are more age appropriate, probably 18 and up, quite honestly, but not to worry, Pigcake does a great job on the tutorials. And he goes, each of the tutorials, one's like 37 minutes, the other one's 38 minutes in length. So that tells you, you've got a little over an hour of total tutorial, but in each one, the 37 or 38 minutes, you get all you need probably to perform across almost both of these packs, almost. So it tells you that they're simple with great instructions at a pace that is taught well. So if you're a very beginner, you're going to do fine, or working professionally, you're going to be fine. It also really essentially teaches mostly card sleights applied to credit cards. And they all work. So if you're a card mechanic in any way, or like card sleights or card magic, just know that the sleights that you're learning, which are all very beginner, you're going to get here. In fact, let me go over some of those real quick, because I know some folks will ask, well, what are the sleights that are taught? Now, in each one of these effects, you just need to use one sleight, but some of the sleights that are taught, frustration count, a switch, not required to do any of the switches if you don't want to, which allows you to either start clean or end clean. You can learn a snap change, but not the classic Ed Marlowe snap change version. You're going to learn a shake change. And let me just say, I suck at the shake change. Normally, if I'm doing something like, oh, it's easy, you're just going to learn the shake change. It is easy. It's beginner. I suck at it. So let me just humble myself. My shake change just looks terrible. And I still continue to practice it. Been practicing it with these. I still think my shake change looks terrible. And I just don't use it out because I'm embarrassed by it. But again, relatively easy. I do like the TJ Murphy deck flip, which is taught on here. That is definitely more advanced, more knacky, not required, but I actually like it. Again, I still need more practice on it. Anytime I have performed with it, I'm average with it. But those are some of the sleights that are taught. Let's see, there's different sleights taught on each one. Let me look at my notes here to give you from the other sleights that are taught. Another sleight that is taught is one that's a Chris James, a unique one, which I really liked. It gives the appearance of taking the regular size credit card and like your phone where you pinch and you expand so that you can zoom in. He does that on the credit card, and it gives the appearance as if you end with the giant chip on there. Very cool. That is a sleight that's taught on there that is unique to Chris James. You're going to learn snap change. You're going to talk about ditching on there, and you're going to be taught the fist flourish, which is a Marlowe effect on there as well. So I think those are all of the sleights that are taught on there. Again, you must need one for all these, and then some of them you need 0 sleights, really. So especially if you're just zooming in to make the chip look bigger, which is native to your phone, and suddenly your chip is large on your credit card, I don't think it's difficult to even call it a sleight. It's a move. So, all right, so it's beginner magic. It's simple as that, is what the takeaway here is, despite me blabbing on and on. I think what would I want to know if I was you on your side of this? All the marketing on this is accurate. There's no sort of exaggeration. You're getting exactly what is told to you in the ad copy and also in the teasers for it. There's no sort of magic cutting or, oh, you missed a point. Nope, it's all exactly as it appears. So if you like everyday carry objects that are organic and you like to do that type of magic, I think you'll like this. I don't really have any negatives on this at all, which disappoints me. I always want to sort of give some negatives. I guess maybe I'd love if these were made in the credit cards that I use normally and I was able to have my own name on them, but that's a bit ridiculous. I'd have to have those custom made. These are great. I think these will pass for folks as real credit cards. I love the fact that since I want that, I can add these other gimmicks to my actual credit card, so I can do a variation where I end with my own credit card. So I really like that. So if you like that and you trust it, I think you're going to be fine. It's all beginner level. The cost is, in the United States, is $83. This is currently sold all as a bundle, so you can't purchase them independently. I don't know if that will eventually happen or not, but currently it is sold as an entire bundle at $83. And you get good quality props. All of the gimmicks are real credit cards, so that don't work. So if you ever touched a credit card, you know what your quality is. Simple as that. I think that's pretty much it. I really like this and found myself thinking, I was at the movie theater the other night, and I wish I had tucked these into my wallet at the movie theater, because as I was doing an interaction as I was buying my popcorn for about $200, yes, popcorn seems like it costs that much these days at the movie theater. And it would have been a great opportunity to pretend like, oh, my credit card's not working, and maybe, enlarge the chip on it and suddenly it would work. And could do that, or transfer the chip from one card to another card, and now my new card with 2 chips on it suddenly works because it has enough money on it. So it really made me appreciate when you're in the right situation that you could just pull these out and start performing. So I love that, and especially for folks who love to perform but you don't want to feel like you're pushing it on somebody. It's organic and feels really well. These are the sort of effects also that I'm more likely to show with my friends. I'm sitting down with friends and they're, oh, yeah, Johnny, you do the magic. Can you show us some magic tricks? Like, I ain't got nothing on me. And then you realize, oh, well, let me just show you something. Let me work with one of my credit cards. Would be a great organic way to do it. Or if you're in any conversation where people start to talk about identity theft, boom, you're in and can show like, oh, here's how people steal stuff from credit cards and can perform some of this. So I think there's lots of different ways to organically perform this in a natural environment, which are really good, which I think these are well suited for. I'm not going to use these in walk around. I'm not going to perform these in parlor. Probably truly in organic, everyday carry types of situations. So if that's your type of magic, I think you'll be really happy with this. Did I mention they're $83? I think, yeah, entire bundle. That's it. All right, I think that's it for me. I hope this is helpful for you. I really do appreciate you all being here. If you do if you've purchased this, let me know what your thoughts are. If not, tell me what your favorite everyday carry magic is down in the comments. I try to respond to all of your comments. Lately, I'm not as quick as I would like to. Been very busy, but please leave a comment. And also, hit that like button, please. I really do appreciate it. And subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. And thank you to everyone who has subscribed. I really do appreciate it. All right. I'm Fiddlin' Johnny. And remember to keep fiddling around with your magic. I'll see you guys all next time. Bye-bye.